Welcome everybody to another BDA Boxing Film Analysis. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at the rematch between Canelo-Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez for the lineal middleweight championship of the world. This is a rematch of their first fight, which took place in September 2017. Controversial decision. It was ruled a draw, as most people know, even though it should have gone to Canelo-Golovkin, and I don't think there's any real opposition to that. Really, I mean, Golovkin outworked Canelo, especially in the middle and late rounds. Well, in the late rounds, Canelo tried to make a resurgence, but he ended up gassing in the latter parts of the late rounds as well. I mean, he started out strong, but then faded in the last minute or two. So it was still a competitive fight, and neither guy was really able to do or impose their will on the other. Like I said, I think Canelo-Golovkin won more based on his output and his superior stamina. Now, prior to the first fight, we had done a series of videos detailing each guy's strengths and weaknesses. And one of the things that I had said prior to the first fight was that Canelo had to go to the body. Because, and I wasn't the only one, we had seen that Golovkin didn't really like body shots. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, well, come on, BDA, who likes it to the body? Nobody likes it to the body. And I understand that. But the way Golovkin reacts to the body punches and the fact that he gets backed up even when he blocks the body punches tells you that he just doesn't really like it all that much, or more than more people do actually. He reacts pretty bizarrely to body shots, which is understandable. Like you guys are saying, nobody likes it to the body, but the fact is that there is a certain weakness there that can be exploited. And let me tell you something, Canelo tried going to the body, it didn't work. Golovkin tried going to the body, not as much as Canelo did, and it didn't work either. So there's a lot to be done there to the body. There has to be some adjustment that both guys can make, but that they couldn't pull off in the first fight. I'm going to show you through video what exactly happened with the body shot. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we have Canelo's a good body puncher, as we have seen against Liam Smith. You know, he's a very precise, accurate puncher downstairs. Against Cotto too, he hurt him at some point with a body shot. He just whacks guys to the body with his heavy hands, and he's able to wear them down. Against Golovkin, however, you could tell Canelo knew it was important to go to the body, and he tried it, but like I said in the intro, it didn't quite work. Look at this. Look how Golovkin tucks in his elbows. And whether it was Canelo engaging or countering to the body, Golovkin for the most part was able to block those shots. I think I can only count about 5 good body shots that Canelo was able to land. Other than that, he missed, or he got his shots blocked like we saw there, or there. Now look at this. See, Canelo was able to get he always tries to aim for his body shots to go behind the elbow. And in this particular case, he did manage to get it behind the elbow, but look at that. He's punching with his palm. He didn't turn the fist over. He's not hitting him with his knuckles, and so it's a pretty useless blow. I mean, you know, sometimes depending on which part of the palm, it can hurt, but it's much better if you hit somebody with your knuckles downstairs. And here he couldn't do it. And notice how Golovkin goes into a sort of a, when he dips down, he goes into a bit of a peekaboo defense where his elbows are still protecting his body and his gloves are protecting his chin. He's not worried about protecting the top of his head because he can ride with the shots, or roll with the shots rather, and we're gonna take a look at that later on. Oh, and see, this interesting too. So he's protecting his body, and there you see Canelo threw a body shot. Now he's using his forearm a la Floyd Mayweather to try to pin Golovkin's head there so he can throw a right hand. But look at Golovkin, how he pulls his left hand up. So he's very conscious of what's coming next. Both guys really, you could tell when you watch the fight in slow motion, when their opponent threw a combination, you could see that, let's say, like for example here, Canelo threw a body shot, right? So he blocks it and then he pulls the glove up, knowing what punch is going to come next. And both guys were doing that throughout the whole fight, really. In this video, we're just going to take a look at the body shots, but man, they were impressive. They impressed me with the defense. Now here, both guys exchange hooks. See, Golovkin loaded up with the left hook. Canelo blocked it and he tried to counter right away, but look at Golovkin's glove pinned, his elbow pinned to his body, and Canelo tried digging in a shovel hook there and it didn't work. Look at that. Beautiful defense from Golovkin. They're blocking again. And this was a particularly impressive display too of timing, because Golovkin goes with the right hand, the overhand right. Canelo, it got through behind the elbow, as you can see there. Canelo took it well, and immediately, as soon as he felt that right hand land, he said, okay, there's an opening downstairs, I'm gonna go with left hook. But look at how Golovkin pins it right away. He's very conscious of getting hit to the body, both guys are. And it didn't have any effect, and it was a good body shot, because as you can see, Canelo's trying to punch through the target, trying to slash Golovkin's body. It didn't work though. Again, see here, Golovkin again going into that crouching peekaboo defense. He catches the punch with his elbow, and then immediately tries to go with a right uppercut that missed. Here you saw Canelo. I gotta rewind that because he was lagging a little bit. See again, blocked shot. Canelo going with combinations. Golovkin staying right in there, and he couldn't. Canelo couldn't catch him. Now, Golovkin's crouching defense reminds me a lot of Juan Manuel Marquez's defense on the inside. He did a little bit of the same thing, as you can see here. See there? When he was fighting on the inside, this is Michael Katsid, it's a good fight. When Juan Manuel Marquez was pressured, he would go into this position. So you see here, his gloves, like Golovkin, blocking his chin, leaving the top of his head open. They're not worried about that. And the reason why the gloves are, the hands are low, is because they allow the elbows to protect the body. And also, once you get your hands like this, look at this, Katsidis tries to go with an uppercut, but all Marquez has to do is close them, close both fists together, and they blocked the uppercut. And if Katsidis tries to go to the body, well, first of all, from that position, if Marquez can counter. He's always watching everything. See the body shots being blocked. There he rode. He's riding with the left hooks upstairs, or with the hooks, the right hooks upstairs, and then he's weaving under the hooks. He's keeping his eyes open so he can counter, and digs in a beautiful left hook to the body. So Golovkin sort of does the same thing. He just stays there because he wants to counter. Now here, let's play that in slow motion, and then we'll rewind. See, Canelo fainted as he was going to go upstairs, and then he goes downstairs, he goes back upstairs. But see how Golovkin was able to block everything. Alright, so he misses with the jab. Canelo actually parries the jab. So he counters with his own jab. Golovkin knows something is coming. So Canelo feints as he forgot to go over the right hand. Golovkin immediately shells up. He goes back into the, what's it called? Peekaboo defense. So like proto peekaboo defense, catches the uppercut just like we saw Marquez do earlier, and now all he has to do is bring the elbow back a little bit, and he blocks that body shot. And now the right hand is coming, and he puts his left hand up to try to block the right hand, which he knew was coming, but it was a little too late. But the positive here is that he has his chin tucked in, so it actually hits the top of his head, and it doesn't snap his head back. And so he didn't take that much damage there. Here you see Canelo still going to the body. He landed a right hand upstairs, but see, those body shots are getting blocked. That body shot gets blocked. Canelo did a good job too of blocking body shots. Remember, Golovkin's a pretty good body puncher. He actually stopped Macklin with that body shot. He's hurt a number of guys or worn them down with body shots. So the fact that he couldn't get him on Canelo, and by the way, watch Canelo's fighting against Liam Smith and Julio Cesar Chavez and against Cotto. He blocks left hooks very well himself. So here we're going to take a look at Golovkin throwing a 1-2 and going to the body. But look at how, after the right hand, and Canelo too, look how he tucks his chin in. And so the right hand sort of graces the forehead, the top of the head. It went nowhere near the chin because of how Canelo is able to tuck it in. And look, he knows the left hook is coming. He just doesn't know if it's going upstairs or downstairs, so he's preparing for both. So he rolls a little bit. See how he twists his body a little bit? And look at his elbow. It's hard to see here, but you can see his elbow is pinned right to the right side of his body. And so the left hook comes, but it gets blocked. He got a jab there. Here again, too, beautiful display of defense. He rolls with the right, ducks into the... But what we're looking at here, what we're really interested in is he rode with the right hand, right? and he twists again. He tries to roll with a left hook. He doesn't know if it's a left hook upstairs or downstairs, but he's got that elbow pinned to the right side of his body. And he's always watching, always conscious of what's coming next. Very good defense from Canelo. Again here. You see, people could say, well, BDA, he's keeping his hand too low. He lowers his hand like here. Well, he rolls with right here. He has his hand too low. He's not protecting his chin. Well, what he's trying to do here, Canelo, is if the left hook comes, he's trying to roll with it or lean back away as here. Like if he would have gone upstairs, he would have... If Golovkin would have gone upstairs with a hook, Canelo would have made him miss by pulling back. But even then, he's got that right hook, that right elbow pinned to his body. And look at what happens next. Golovkin doubles the hook, goes upstairs, but Canelo immediately brings his hand up. This is a guy who's worked on his defense a lot of drills, I bet, from Canelo. And you can see that when he spars too, he spends a lot of time on the ropes. What a rope-a-doping. So when Golovkin did try to go to the body, it didn't work. Well, let's look at that one more time in slow motion. Here again, blocking the body shot. And again there. Now see here, he gets driven into the ropes, makes Golovkin miss with the overhand right, and he leaned back. Like I said, that's what Canelo tries to do. After he rolls with the right, after Golovkin throws the right, Canelo knows Golovkin's not gonna throw a double right hand. He's gonna throw a left hand. So what does he do? He doesn't know if it's going upstairs, so he leans back. If it does go upstairs, he's gonna miss, and if he goes to the body, he has that right hand pinned. What Golovkin would have to do there maybe would be feint a little more, throw Canelo off course by feinting more. And what Canelo would have to do is when Golovkin goes into that shell, see, he's not very mobile. He's sort of like standing in the same spot. So what Canelo should do is maybe pivot more. But then again, Canelo is a heavy-footed guy. I mean, he has good footwork, good mechanical, good technique, but he's not fleet-footed. He doesn't have fleet feet. He's no Lomachenko, let's put it that way. So pivoting, he doesn't have to be big pivots, he just has to be small pivots, but he has to do something. Also, maybe, like again, as you saw, both guys were blocking the body shots pretty well. So maybe what both guys should do is stop trying to throw the hooks to the body and maybe throw them more down the middle to the solar plexus, and actually do that while the other guy is punching. So wait for the other guy to open up so he leaves himself open in the solar plexus. Now that requires a lot of wherewithal and a lot of patience and a lot of relaxation, because you have to give the other guy a chance to get a shot on you, and so it's risk. Other than that, I don't know what other adjustments they can make. I mean, both of these guys are very technical, very proficient at their craft. They were able to neutralize the body shots. So if anybody's going to make an adjustment, it's going to have to be a minute adjustment that most of us are not going to be able to see. I mean, I don't know what else they can do. If anybody out there knows, please let us know in the comments, because it's an interesting concept of the fight. It's an interesting aspect, I should say. It was the most interesting dimension for me about it, because both guys are natural body punchers, and they tried going to the body and it didn't work. And going to the body is one of the best chances for both of these guys to slow the other guy, or maybe even stop him. Anyway, that was another BDA Boxing Film Analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to BDA Live, which is where we hold our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to BDA. We are going to start a Facebook page as well, so stay on the lookout for that. We are going to be needing moderators, so any of our regulars, don't be shy about sending us an email or an instant message if you're interested in that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright folks, thanks for watching, take care.
BDA Boxing.